I'm here with Elise Parker, freshman in college, who last year changed the landscape of Eagle Nation News Sports. Elise, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be back.
So, first off, what college do you go to?
I go to the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville.
You mean Fayetteville?
Fayetteville, you're right. Fayetteville.
Okay, so how's that going? How's college?
It's good. It's hard. You know, everybody says that college is like really hard, but like they mean it. Mm-hmm. And I miss everyone back home. And it's like you have so much. Like you're just so busy with classes, and like you have to study. Like they say it's like 3.5 hours for like every class that you go to, but I definitely don't do that much. And then like I'm super busy with my sorority and stuff, so I only really have like extra time to like sleep. And
I heard a couple nightmares about rushing. So
Rush was the most emotional like time of my life, because like you rethink like who you are, because people like cut you and you think you had good conversations, and then it just makes you think like, oh, do people really not like me? It's probably true, but I ended up where I'm supposed to be. So
all the nightmares are true?
They are, yeah, for sure, definitely.
So if you had to name a couple things that you miss most about high school, what would they be?
Definitely miss my family. I miss home cooked meals, because dining halls are terrible and you eat the same thing every day and it's just bad. I definitely miss Eagle Nation News. I wish I could have gotten to work with y'all, because y'all are having a good time, I can tell.
So do you have any tips for us for Eagle Nation News?
No, y'all are doing awesome. I love y'all's pregame show. I think that's awesome. I'm really jealous that I didn't get to do that. But no, y'all are doing great.
Well, you created some pretty big shoes to fill. I mean, last year you changed sports completely. Like,
I tried.
That's given us the model, and I just want to thank you for that.
So, you're so welcome.
Like, going into last year, like, what was your mindset?
Last year was hard because it was just kind of like, Kennedy was like, here, take it and run with it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I did it all by myself. Like I only had like one other person, so it was definitely a lot of like stress that I went through, and it was like a full-time job. And so, but I mean, it was definitely worth it. Like I used a lot of like the skills I learned and like build like relieving my stress and stuff that I still used in college. So it's like, makes all sense.
Are you doing broadcast in college?
I'm majoring in that right now, but it's really competitive. There's so many like girls who want to be Erin Andrews just like I do. So I think I might just play it safe and major in public relations with like a minor in sports marketing, so I can probably do like something with like the Rangers or the Mavs or something like that.
So what careers come with public relations? Like what do you want to do out of college?
I want to do something like organizing like events or something, but I want to do it for like the Rangers or the Mavs or the Stars, like somewhere in Dallas with the bigger team, so I can like try to make an impact there too.
So you want to sign off for old time's sake?
I will. I'm Elise Parker, and the point after is good. Back to you, JT.
Thanks, Jared. I'm here with Erica Everson. Erica, thanks a lot for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So the season just ended, the regular season for the girls, and it did end, although with a knockout to Denison, it was senior night. That had to have been bittersweet.
Oh, it was very bittersweet. It was definitely an emotional night, and all of us got through it. All of our families were there, and we walked out and they did our speeches, and it was all of our teammates were there to support us, and we had posters and presents. It was really great.
Now, this is going to be the 7th year you girls have gone to playoffs. There's got to be so much riding, on this playoff run. Is there anything that you do to kind of cope with that pressure, take it off your shoulders?
Yes, we do have pregame rituals. We have two-step, a talking circle, and they scared.
The two-step, I actually don't know what any of those are, so let's elaborate.
I can show you. It's a dance.
Well, okay. Yeah, let's
All right,
show me.
You have to do it with me, though.
Can I do that? Can we do that? All right. Yeah, I do have free runs, audience.
All right.
So.
All right, so you first start out with your head, like your feet spread apart.
One sec. Mic troubles. Okay.
All right, and so then you cross out, and then you pop your foot.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay.
And then you cross again, and you pop your foot.
All right. Fast motion.
And
Let's
so
go.
yeah, you cross, pop.
And
pop,
this
pop.
somehow relieves stress.
Yes, it's a dance, and it gets us pumped up.
I'll be honest, I'm a little tired. So thank you
right.
for the most cardio I've ever done
Yeah.
in the studio. Let's get back on a more serious note. Your playoff picture. How's that going to look this year?
We are going to be playing Frisco High. It's going to be next Friday, and we are most likely going to be playing at McKinney Boyd, and probably at 7:30ish. But we do not know that for sure. But we'll let y'all know.
Now, Frisco High, how do they rank in comparison to Prosper?
They are first in their district, and we got 4th. So we're definitely going to be the underdogs, but we definitely play better when we're the underdogs.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm going to be there. I don't know about you guys. But to backtrack a little bit, how did you get into soccer in the first place?
I started when I was 4, and I was started on rec, and then as I got to 14, I went select and went to the highest level, and now I'm going to play in college.
Really? Where?
Dallas Baptist University.
Okay, all right. So, Dallas Baptist University, that's definitely a huge step up from Prosper Varsity. What's that going to look like for you?
Well, we are D2, and it's a small Christian school, so we get to compete with actually some D1 schools, but mainly D2 schools. But we've been ranked pretty high recently, and so we've won a lot of championships. And so hopefully when we get there, we have 14 new recruits coming in with me. And hopefully that's like half of the team because there's only 30 on the roster.
Yeah, it's going to be a young team for sure.
Yeah, a young team. And so hopefully we can keep the legacy of going and winning championships.
Okay, well, I do wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Jared and Brennan at the desk.
Good morning, Eagle Nation. I'm Austin Garcia, and you are watching a special edition of Eagle Nation News. On Monday, January 26, we here at ENN were the first to break the story that after an extensive search, Coach Chris Ross had been named the new head football coach here at Prosper High School. Coach Ross brings with him a lot of experience as a head football coach. Here with me in the studio is new head coach. Coach, thanks for being with us today.
It's my pleasure.
So, Coach Ross, I know you have a lot of experience under your belt. You've worn a lot of hats. So, can you tell us a little bit about where you're coming from and your background, experience?
Well, I've been at 3 schools. I was at a little town called Alney. I was at Wichita Falls High School. Then I was at Cedar Park High School before I came here. Was briefly the athletic director over Leander ISD as well.
And so, over in Leander in that ISD, you guys played some of the top teams in the state when you were at the helm at Cedar Park. In 2010, your team defeated Lake Travis 35-21 in the regular season. The same year, they went on to win their 4th state title. And like you said, you've also coached in Wichita Falls, so you've been in both the Dallas region, the Houston and Austin region. How do the 2 regions compare?
There's great teams in every region across the state of Texas. Football's big everywhere you go. The area I just left in our district, we had Lake Travis, of course, Cedar Park, Georgetown, all play for a state championship. We had Rouse and Vandergrift go to the semifinals, all out of one district. So the football down there is excellent. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be solid up here as well.
I'm sure you can handle it.
I'm looking forward to the challenge.
It's rumored that, Prosper's a growing town, so it's rumored that, in the next couple of years we might make the jump to 6A. And with that jump, we got teams like Allen and DeSoto, powerhouses in the state of Texas. So as we continue to grow, what are some of the challenges you expect to come along with that growth? And, how do you expect to handle it?
With growth comes new opportunities, not necessarily new challenges. And as far as the people that we play, they'll have no bearing on whether we win or lose. That's up to us. So you got to buckle down and go compete against the people that you play. Those are new challenges. That's all they are.
Yes, sir. I'm excited for those. And, each coach has a personal style, something they bring special to the table. What are you bringing to Prosper, unique traditions, stuff like that?
That's a great question. As far as traditions go, first off, I want to just be a part of the community, a part of the school a little bit longer before I start changing things. There's a lot of great things about this school. You go to Prosper High School because it's your attendance zone. I chose Prosper High School. So I'm coming here to be a part of this school and this community. As far as new things, I'm excited to see how we do the Prosper things we do right now. So I want to see the rumble. I want to see some of these things. It's going to be fun.
I'm pretty sure we can work that out.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And not too technical or anything for our viewers out there, but what do fans and Texas football dads expect to see out of your offensive and defensive schemes?
Well, we're a 3-4 on defense, and then offensively we're multiple, kind of option based. But it would be much like Oregon. There'll be a lot of tempo to it, a lot of different looks. Here's the deal. We're going to be physical. We're going to play fast. We're going to play hard. We're going to play together. That's what they're going to be known for.
I'm excited for that. When we come back, we will head to the Eagle Nation News Twitter feed to find out some of the questions you have for Coach Ross. Stay tuned for more.
I'm on the front row. Come out this Friday and watch our boys play volleyball.
I play middle and serve out W's.
I'm a setter and I set it to all the hitters.
I'm the barrel. I got the best serve in the game.
Outside hitter. I go on straight clean sprees.
Outside hitter, I get set up on the center for kills. Come out and support men's volleyball. Come out and support men's volleyball. It'll be Matt.
Come support boys volleyball this Friday.
Come support guys volleyball.
Come out and support you boy.
Come support Eagle volleyball.
The freshman team is going to win the volleyball tournament.
I think the freshmen are going to win. Yeah, freshmen! We think the sophomores are going to win. Okay, so 2017 is going to win sophomore class. Okay, we going to win. I'm really excited to cheer on the juniors.
Yeah, we're gonna win.
Obviously, the junior class is gonna win.
Juniors are gonna take this home, baby.
Juniors.
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 Alright, seniors gonna win. No. Juniors gonna win. No, seniors gonna win. 16.
Seniors are gonna win.
Seniors are going to win. Who else? Seniors are going to win.
We'll jump right back into the interview with Coach Ross, but first, let's talk scores. Last night was quite a night for the Eagles as we saw the start of district play for both our men's and women's soccer team. Both opened against Sherman. The women defeated Sherman 5-0 at home. The girls will be home this Friday night against always tough McKinney North. The men had a nail-biter of a game, finishing 1-1 at the end of regulation. This would send the team to a shootout for tiebreaker. The Eagles and the Bearcats went back and forth with 15 penalty kicks, but ultimately came out victorious, winning the game 15-14. Shout out to Boni Zarate with 5 saves, and our very own Golden Foot, Liam Gamboa, with the game winner. Our men's basketball team has been in a battle lately, taking on the top teams in the district to stay alive in the hunt for first. Last night could have been a decisive victory for the Eagles, however, a fast-breaking East and foul trouble proved to be more than the men's team could handle. They dropped this one 75-60, putting their playoff picture in serious jeopardy. The Eagles will be back in action against Wiley High on Friday night here in the Nest. The girls defeated East 49-36. The girls will also play Wiley High in the Eagles Nest this Friday. Back to you, Austin.
Trey, we are back here with the new head football coach, Coach Chris Ross. Coach, last night we asked our alumni, fans, and students to send us a few questions through Twitter that we wanted to ask you. We received many responses, so let's get right to it. This first one comes from Riley Davis. He was a wide receiver on the 2013-2014 Eagle football team. Riley asked, naturally, does your passion for football lie on the offensive or defensive side of the ball?
That's a good question. I'm going to say my passion really lies more with just the kids. I don't care, offense, defense, special teams. I want them just playing fast and playing hard. So I really will work both sides of the ball. I'm the head football coach. I probably will lean more towards the offensive side, but I will be very involved in all parts of it.
Well, personally, I like scoring more than I like hitting people. So
I got you. I understand that.
And this second one comes from Dalton Knipe, a senior spirit leader and soccer player for us last year, asked, how are you going to make an immediate impact on the team to earn the players' trust and the school's backing?
That's a great question, and that's ultimately my very first job. I think the thing they need to understand is that I'm genuine, I'm sincere, and I love and respect these guys. And they'll see that in how I treat them and how hard I work to help them be better.
And this third one comes from Elise Parker, an award-winning sports broadcaster here at Eagle Nation News, wants to know, what are your plans to incorporate your coaching style while still satisfying the community and their traditions?
I think that the two go together. Mm-hmm. I think that my coaching style is, I'm passionate about what I do. I love helping people be successful. And those young men on my football team are going to be successful academically, athletically, and socially. And I think that's going to go step in step with what Prosper would want.
I agree. Coach, we haven't had a chance to talk family yet, so I guess this is as good a time as any to ask. This one comes from Chandler Gregory, not me, Coach, Chandler Gregory. He wants to know, do you have any daughters that will attend PHS?
Yes, I do. I'll talk about my family here. My wife's name's Leslie, and I've got 3 kids. Zach is a junior right now, and will be coming up here with me shortly. He's football and track, and then my daughter Rachel is freshman and is a volleyball player, I hope. And then my youngest daughter is Lauren. She's a 4th grader.
Well, we're glad to have you, Coach. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Austin Garcia, making the play at home.
I'm here with Miss Janet Anderson. Thank you for being on the show.
I'm excited to be here.
So what is this new course that is being offered?
The new course is PCIS, Prosper Career Independent Study.
And so how will this program work for the students who are wishing to?
Students will go through an application process and an interview process. There will also be teacher referrals. Once accepted into the course, students will they will go out and find a mentor. They will network with parents, and we can help them network with people. But they will actually interview a mentor, choose one that fits their personality and has a passion for what they want to interview or research, and really find out if that's what I want for my career when I get out of college.
So basically like an internship?
It is similar to an internship that you would have, yes ma'am.
And is this program unique to Prosper?
It is not. Actually, we have some neighboring districts that are doing the same thing. Frisco has a course that we have modeled ours after. They've done ISM for 20 years. I've been working with them for about a year in the development of this course for us.
And do you have any success stories or one of your favorites?
I do. This is probably my favorite. There was a student in Frisco that actually worked with an engineer on car sensors. He wanted to get into Georgia Tech, but his SAT score was 10 points shy, so Georgia Tech gave him a rejection letter. But his mentor believed enough in him that the mentor called Georgia Tech, talked to them, he got in. He got a 4-year scholarship with a moving bonus, went to Google, spent 3 years there, and is now actually at Harvard. Another company picked him up, and they're paying for his master's degree at Harvard. So those are just opportunities that wouldn't have happened for the student if it hadn't been for the course. So I just am excited for the opportunity for our Prosper students.
And so for those students who are listening and thinking about this and hearing the information being presented to them, what is something or one thing that you tell them to persuade them to just look into it?
I just think it's something, if you are an independent student that is self-motivated and just have the drive and passion about something that you want to explore, this is just that opportunity to do that.
All right, and there's a meeting tomorrow night at 6:30 in the cafeteria, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Sam Iyengar. Sam, pleasure being on the show with you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so tennis just finished up their district match Monday and Tuesday. What does that look like for tennis, like the district match?
Well, for district, we have 5 events, and every school can send in 2 competitors to compete in each one. So you have boys doubles, girls doubles, boys singles, girls singles, and mixed doubles, which is 1 boy and 1 girl.
See, that's why I asked, because I knew most of y'all did not know that. Anyway, who do we play?
Well, they took us out of the district with the Frisco schools, so now we are with all the McKinney schools, and we're with Lovejoy. So.
Okay, and the obvious question, how did Prosper do? Did we get the dub?
Well, we had 2 very strong mixed doubles teams. Both of them got to the semifinals, but we fell short. We just got 3rd, and 1st and 2nd goes to regionals. And then, well, I won first.
Of course you did. That's why you're here.
So I'm going to regionals.
So you've been on varsity since you came here as a freshman. Okay, you've gone to state the past 3 years. You're already in regionals, probably going to state again. What's it like having that sort of pressure on you, on your shoulders?
Well, it's kind of like being on a live interview, you know? You just need to focus on your game plan and your strategy.
I love it.
You just go from there, and all the pressure just melts off.
Okay, so if I were to walk in on you doing tennis, what would your typical training day look like?
Well, I do about 30 minutes of fitness a day, so it'll be maybe 2 miles, and then
only 2 miles.
And then maybe some core and leg workouts, and then I'll do about an hour and a half of drills and hitting, and then I'll do 15 minutes of first serves and 15 minutes of second serves, because you get 2 serves in the match.
Well, I mean, that's certainly a lot more than I do. But so we talked before the show, and you said you were actually going to the collegiate level next year.
Yes, I am playing for the University of Texas at Dallas.
Big deal.
Another option I had was Boise State. That was my second option.
Well, how'd you choose between the 2?
Well, I thought about where I wanted to go with my tennis career, and I wanted to keep my current coaching system. And so the best option for me would be to stay in Dallas. And it was a hard decision, but it was the right one. So.
Well, glad to have you on the show. Some Iyengar, everybody. Back to you guys at the desk.